Okay, so I want to go ahead and make this video, and what's just going to be the action point follow up to my overcoming, complaining, and blaming, because I felt like I talked a lot about ideas and concept in that video, and I didn't really talk about action that you place behind it. It's good to be aware of things, to take your mind to an opening where you can have some sort of clarity, but more importantly, in this day and age, it's so important to know what exact steps to take. And I don't know what your situation is, but these are things that I feel can overcome anything. And that's one of my favorite words is overcoming. And so instead of it just being action points to overcome complaining and blaming, these are action points to just do about anything. The first thing that we've already covered in that prior video was awareness. Awareness of your intent, like why are you saying and what are you saying? That helps you to overcome complaining, bad relationships, misunderstandings, disagreements. As long as you understand what you're saying and why you're saying it, that is the weight of the world. Also, I want everybody to be 100%. This is basic foundation 101. The only person that you can change in this life is yourself. As long as you absolutely know that the only person that you can change is yourself, that means that you don't have to pass judgment, condemnation, damn people to hell, criticize them, tell them what they should know and how they should know it. As long as you have the awareness that the only person that you can change and the most important person that you change is yourself, you've got a good foundation. After that, just be quiet. Take a moment to yourself. If you can't do it first thing when you wake up in the morning, think about doing it on your lunch break. Start out with just 10 minutes. After you eat your lunch and stuff like that, just go to a quiet place like in your car or something like that and just take 10 minutes and be quiet. Don't check your email. Don't call anybody. Just be quiet. If you want to read during that time or listen to like some positive music or something like that or a positive message, but just be quiet. Silence yourself so that you can hear something outside of yourself. This is something that I picked up from one of my friends. She's not my mentor or life coach or anything like that. We're just really good friends, but she does use a lot of mentors and life coaches and she writes books. Get a blank sheet of paper, because after you are aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it and you quiet yourself, you need to get a blank piece of paper out. This is a valuable weapon. It looks so silly. Get a blank piece of paper out and think of this as yourself and as your mind. When you wake up in the morning and when you go to bed at night, this is what you are. This is your mind. It is free. It is clear. When you die and before you're born, this is all we know, right? There's nothing but a whiteness, nothing but space, nothing but emptiness. And we choose throughout the day and throughout our life to fill it up with things. So in this case, for this exercise, and this really helped me, and I'm not telling you to do anything that's like really crazy, write out on one edge of the paper what you currently are, and on the edge of the paper, on the other side, do what you want to be. In the middle, place all the things that you're currently doing, right? So that's three steps. What you currently are, what you want to be, what you're currently doing. So currently I can say that I'm an honest person, I'm a strong person, I'm a bold person, I'm a professional person. So let's see, what else am I currently? I am single, I am not a mother, I'm a spiritual person, I'm a loving person. Mm, I'm not really that accomplished though in other areas. So on my end over here, I I know that on this side I'm a learner, but I really would like to be a teacher. On this side I'm a reader, but I really would like to be a writer by the time it's all said and done. On this side I'm single, but over here I really desire to have some sort of family, whether even if it's just a husband. I don't want to die alone by myself or end up in an old folks home without having that unit. So those are important things to me, is how I'm going to end up. Now, your vision might be completely different than mine. You might want to be a rock star. You might want to be a singer. You might want to be a CEO. That's your vision. But in the middle, we're going to put everything that we do throughout the course of the day or the course of the month or the year, the actual actions that we're taking right now. And what we want to do is cross out anything that doesn't bridge who we are and what we want to be. And that is how you start setting goals. And I can make a whole hour series about how to make goals and things like that. So with that being said, what this helps you do, it helps you identify the change that you desire to make. You have the desire to make a change because, once again, the only person that we can change is ourselves. So it doesn't matter how other people treat you or what they do to you. And that leads me into my last point, and that is to humble yourself. I had the strongest hold of just pride and not humbling myself. And I do believe that you can have pride and still be humble. And that's the kind of person that I aim to be. And when I say humble yourself, that means intentionally give up. And you have to understand that when you give up, you get something else in return. Doesn't matter how people look down on you, what they say. It doesn't matter if you have to catch the bus, if you have to drive a old raggedy car, if you have to wear the same outfit 3 times a week. It doesn't matter. And in the grand scheme of things, between who you are and what you aim to be, most of this stuff that happens every day is inconsequential. So what you have to do to grow is to get your mind from this middle part and think about your start and your end and the actions that you are going to intentionally do. My friend who gave me this concept, she said that her New Year's resolution is just going to make intentional moves only. The only movement that she's going to make this year are things that are intentional. And I was listening to Earl Nightingale. He's pretty old school, but it's still true to this day. And you can YouTube him and you can listen to some of his old recordings. And he has a 30-day plan for people to do who want to change their life. And it's all this full of action points as you get to the end of the video. One of the things he said was, don't think about anything unless you choose to think about it. Even if some of us just start there, just making intentional moves, intentional thoughts, thinking of ourselves as a blank canvas in every atmosphere, in every environment, and the only things that exist on this canvas is what we place here, will make a big improvement to our life. And I'm so glad that this video is short, and I think I got all my points across. So bye, girls. Thank you so much for watching.